So what should happen next? How was he tracked down? Were there hostages? Was there retaliatory fire? For the very first time, we have the IDF's international spokesperson joining us. And this, remember, is an exclusive here on Times Now. I want to say good evening to Major Doron Spillman.
Thank you, first of all, Deputy, so much for having me. This certainly is a day that I think everyone in the world can relate to. This is our Osama bin Laden Day. It's a day where the people of Israel had an arch terrorist, like you said, one of five, but really one that stood on his own, that had gone into our homes, ripped people from their beds, slaughtered men, women, and children, abducted them, brought them back to Gaza, and bombed Israeli cities. It is truly a arch evil type terrorist. And yesterday was a day where the sun came out, and with hard work from our soldiers and a little bit of luck, we managed to eliminate him. To tell you how it happened was that our soldiers have been operating in southern Gaza, closing in on what we knew was an area where there were major terrorists operating. We received intelligence that there were top Hamas terrorists. And the way that we decided to go about it is our soldiers began closing in from neighborhood to neighborhood, closing down those terror tunnels, eliminating buildings that were in the way, and slowly concentrating them into a tight area. The hope was that, almost like a rodent, where it tries to scurry from place to place when it hears a person coming, that Sinwar would come out of his tunnel and try to take shelter in a nearby structure. That is, in fact, what he did. He went into a building that had already been shelled and was abandoned. But our troops, using great intelligence and strong work, saw three shapes in that building. They carefully approached, but when they got close, grenades were thrown at our troops. So they moved backwards out of the way, and a tank shell fired 2 rounds at the building. At which time we could see that the 3 terrorists scattered. 2 went in one direction. Our troops then eliminated them. And 1 terrorist moved to another abandoned building up to the 2nd floor. We flew a drone in, which you're showing on your screen right now. The drone went into the building, right through the opening. You can see it passing couches. And there in the far corner looks to be a jihadi terrorist. In fact, that is Yahaya Sinwar. He tries to throw an object at the drone. Eventually, the drone pulls out. The tank fires a shell, the building's taken down, and when our soldiers went to sweep the area, they saw a terrorist lying on the ground in the rubble that resembled Yahaya Sinwar. Later, dental records and DNA checking showed that that man, that evil man, has been brought to justice, met his fate, and is no longer on this planet.